This is mostly empty. Is it tacky to keep empty bottles of liquor? Like, I still have an old scotch bottle and an old vodka bottle that I finished up. They're not collectible in any way, and I'm not going to return them for the 15 cents you would get. Is that tacky? Let me know in the comments below if that's tacky. I'll see you on the jump after I watched this movie and gotten drunk at 10 o'clock in the morning. That is definitely tacky. You don't need to vote on that one. Write a script when the quarantine's over. Wake me in a month.
Now it's just a matter of shallow, self-centered pride.
Okay, the quarantine isn't over, but we got stuff to do. This was a Patreon request. I gotta get moving. If I wait till the end of the quarantine, who knows if anything will ever happen ever again. Okay, so it's the last part of our Laika retrospective. Are you excited? I'm not. Oops, because Missing Link isn't that great. Missing Link is a film from Laika Studios produced by Annapurna. It's the first time a Laika film hasn't been distributed by Focus Features. It was directed by Chris Butler and it stars Wolverine and the Between Two Ferns guy. Pretending not to know the actor's name and instead referring to them as characters they've previously played is heightened comedy. A little pro tip for all prospective comedians out there, just looking out for you. Well, it isn't, but I already did a similar bit in the Box Trolls segment, and you can't do that again. And there's another little pro tip for prospective comedians out there. Make sure you let a joke breathe before you reincorporate it. I guess for this segment, we'll just discuss which one is worse. Why not? Is Box Trolls or Missing Link the inferior film? I know I said this was meant to be a positive retrospective, but I didn't expect such a negative movie. And I need to justify the fact that I'm waking up today. There's 1,000 other things I could be doing. Like, I don't know, washing my hands. In fact, I think I'm gonna go do that. Okay, so I don't think it can be understated that the far inferior film is Missing Link. I think that a main reason for that is that Box Trolls, for all of its faults, and I did lay some of them out, it at least has some semblance of depth. Like all of the other Laika films, they have depth to them. Missing Link just doesn't have that same level of depth that I would expect from a Laika film. And also, even though the animation is great, and I've said that before for every single Laika film, the animation is fantastic, my main problem is that this film doesn't even utilize that. Even if it was just to be one singular selling point, this movie can't even point to that. Anyway, let's go back after I dry my hands. Okay, I'm back. Do you know what I've loved about every Laika film? That even the worst ones, which aren't even really that bad, are all still pretty good. They're smarter than your average kids film. Characters have depth, especially the antagonists, and you could see it going all the way back to Coraline that no antagonist, at least not all of them, are just evil and that's it. Coraline's other father, he has a little bit more going on. The witch in Paranorman has more going on. The henchman, as I discussed in the Box Trolls segment, the grandfather in Kubo, all of them at least have a little bit of depth. You don't get any of that in Missing Link. All of the villains in it are just evil, and that's all there is to it. Lord Stephen Fry, he's just evil. Timothy Olyphant reprising his role in Deadwood, he's just evil. And that is it. And by the way, it is really funny to refer to the characters as the actors who are playing them and not their actual names, but it's the last time I'm going to be giving any pro tips for prospective comedians because it is a rule that you can only do it 3 times. I also didn't find the main characters to be particularly interesting. Good guys that were unappealing, running from bad guys that had no character. So I sat there on my couch, bored, until I decided to record myself doing this maneuver here. I don't know what that was. As if Kahlua could put me to sleep. Well, it didn't resonate because it wasn't very good. This film flopped hard, and I shouldn't say it was because it wasn't very good. I mean, the people who did see this film seemed to like it well enough. It was well reviewed, it's just Nobody saw it. And I think the real reason for that is the trailers. When a Laika film is being advertised, it's being advertised on three main aspects: the jokes, the story, and the animation. So yes, we have to talk about the animation again. The fact that none of the best scenes of the film were really showed off in the trailers is very damning on the fact, who would that be? Who would be responsible for that? That, I guess, would be Annapurna, right? They just didn't pick the best moments. Like, there is an excellent scene where there is a fight on the boat as the waves are picking up, and there's a lot of really intricate camera work there. There's a lot of really good puppetry there. It's like the scene in Inception where they run on the walls, only it's done in miniatures with puppets and claymation. That's incredible stuff, and that's the kind of thing that should have been showed off in the trailer. All of that smells like a recipe for disaster to me. One with no spice. They left the seasoning out, and now the squatch jerky is raw. Okay, so I was legit about to just say goodbye and then move on as if nothing else were going to happen today, but I actually believe I should, conclude this and wrap it all up in a nice little, neat little bow like the professional that I purport to be and clearly am. Laika is great. Even their worst film is still kind of enjoyable. If you appreciate small details and love the craft and passion that goes into making movies, then you should absolutely check out their work. They've been doing amazing things since Coraline back in 2009, and I'll always be front and center for whatever they do next. Even though I didn't do that for Missing Link. Which I guess that makes me a liar. Because I wasn't there front and center. It took me years to actually see Missing Link. So let me amend that. The next time a Laika film comes out, if the trailer is good, then I will be there front and center. So if Laika does a good job advertising their movie to me specifically, I'll be there front and center. I'll be there day one at the theater if after this crisis on Earth ends and we actually get to go to movie theaters again, which I suppose I can't guarantee that. So I guess that makes me a double liar today. I'm rambling now, so I guess that's all I've got. That is my spiel on Laika over the course of 3 parts. So yeah, that's great. I guess I'm gonna plug myself now. Okay, so if you like this little retrospective I did on Laika, be sure to leave a like on the videos. It goes a long way, helps the channel, tricks the algorithm, and all that fun stuff. It only takes a couple of seconds. If you want to see more stuff, don't forget to subscribe and hit whatever that little notification is that tells you that I've actually done stuff, because apparently the overlords at YouTube don't know how to do that on their own. You need to click another button to be like, hey, this person who I follow, I actually want to be able to follow them. Like, I need extra steps, please. Links to my social medias are going to be down in the description, and if you head over to the Patreon and you decide to donate, remember it's not obligatory, but it does go a long way to helping grow the channel. We can do more stuff. It's going to be fun. I got plenty of ideas for different things we're going to do. There's more content going to be coming pretty frequently. There's a lot of stuff going on, which is exciting. Also, if you're a fan of stories, I've written a couple, and links to all 3 are going to be down in the description as well. So that's all I've got. I appreciate you very much. And I am going to leave now. Bye.